So thank you. I just wanted to speak to the resolution, and I know you've already mentioned it, but I was already prepared to talk about it, so you get to hear it anyway. It is clear that the resolution provided the board is, as part of this agenda item, includes language that would support the issuance of capital appreciation bonds, and it lacks the full disclosure of the purchase agreement terms. We would like to ask the board to table this agenda item until the next meeting, when a proposal can be brought before the board that correctly identifies the terms of the bond as reflected in option 3 that was approved this evening. And so we hope that you'll take the 2 weeks to do that and bring back the bond statement, the resolution that all reflect the bond that was approved. Thank you.
That was it for our speakers. Board members?
Well, Madam President, I would move to postpone to May 7th, 2012, the adoption of this resolution, and that this resolution be edited and amended to reflect the intent and substance of option 3.
What was the date you suggested?
May 7th, the next board meeting, 2012.
To allow for language to support
I
option.
move to postpone to May 7th, 2012, the adoption of this resolution, and that this resolution be edited and amended to reflect the intent and substance of option 3.
I just want to ask Mr. Isom and Mr. Rowland really quick, if the board puts forward the intent and options of option 3, and they can make the motion, and then that is the direction to staff, and we wouldn't have any option but to ensure that that is covered in the resolution that would be moving forward. I just want to make sure that, because at the May 7th board meeting, I had spoken with Mrs. Whitmarsh, and we were considering having it as a board workshop around the budget because of the significant issues surrounding the state budget. So I just wanted to see if there's a way that we can get through this tonight, but reassure the community that the bond would be sold appropriately and that the funds from the bond wouldn't be used to purchase a new site or anything like that. The staff doesn't have any intent to do that. So Mr. Isom and Mr. Rowland.
I was just going to defer to John on the implications of postponing the resolution, but and through my discussions with bond counsel, I'm assured that we have the flexibility to implement the will of the board with this resolution. So I really am unsure as to the implications of delaying this, especially as it relates to the proposed study session.
And I just concur with what was stated about the resolution. The board could provide direction and say we want to strike all references to capital appreciation bonds in the resolution, and we want to lower the not to exceed amount to $150 million. That essentially covers, I think, option 3 and the issues that have been raised on this subject. As far as the risk, I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys can decide. The risk is just interest rate risk. And I'm not saying that, oh, hurry and do it because interest rates could go down, or go up rather, but they could. So that's the only real risk that I would see is with respect to the financing component, not speaking at all to getting projects started and projects completed. I don't know if 2 weeks is any deal with respect to what Pete is talking about. But it would just be interest rate risk. That'd be the only thing.
So staff will take direction from the board.
So we have a motion to table this, but there's no second. To postpone till the 7th, but there is no second.
I'd move agenda items 16.5. What's that? There was no second.
No, I'm waiting to see if there's a second for this motion. I have not heard a second yet for this motion. Okay, I don't have a second for this, so I will.
I would move that the board approve item 16.5 and provide direction to staff that they make modifications to the resolution number 11-12-37 that reflect the will of the board as was expressed in item 16.4 and also the discussion around real property purchases relative to bond proceeds.
I'm sorry, just one clarification then. You're speaking specific to land acquisition? Okay, because real property acquisition can be, okay.
Second. Discussion.
Questions here. Obviously, the resolution needs refinement and revision. My concern is in this amendment, Mr. Everhart, are you suggesting that we approve the resolution? This is a difficult one, because you're asking that we approve the resolution with amendments that haven't been made. So that, to me, is always